Today we have the opportunity and privilege to have a conversation with Mr. Sean Buccannan. He's had important experience using the new nanotechnology referred to as complex nanofluids developed by CESI Chemical, a division of Flowtech Industries. I'm Glenn Penny, Director of Technology for CESI and the inventor of CNF. I also have here Dr. Jim Crafton.
Hello.
Of Performance Sciences, a third-party independent consultant for CESI and Flowtech. Sean, I'm glad you could be here today. And we're going to have you give us your insight and describe your experiences with this new complex nanofluid chemistry. So were there any preparations like lab tests and so forth ahead of the first few treatments that were done?
Yes, we did. We took some of the cuttings and did oil compatibility tests, and we looked at how well it would flow through the cuttings packs. I think CSI did some, and then we also had an outside firm do some of these tests for us as well, comparing the original chemicals we were running versus these specialty surfactants.
Did they compare favorably in the lab test?
They did good, but they weren't as good as the CNF. So that was kind of the step change for us as we try to go for it.
So was there a baseline there? How did it compare as you go from nothing to a common surfactant to the CNF? Can you recall a range?
It was anywhere from probably 10 to 15% better flow rates. And then we assumed if you put some pressure on that, probably be a lot better.
Okay.
You know, this is at atmospheric pressure, so it's
right.
pretty good.
Did the service company provide the support that you thought you deserved for the use of the chemical?
I think they did. We didn't have any problems with the service company getting the chemical to location, ordering it. Supply was never an issue. It was real easy to get, and they brought it out. And
they were knowledgeable of its use and what the expectations were.
Well, I think in the beginning there was some debate on the concentrations we were to run. So we tried different set points and found kind of a happy medium with where we thought we wanted to be.
Where was that?
We went with 1.5 gallons per thousand simply for a cost issue. We thought maybe we can just save a little bit of money on the back end, but it was pretty nominal. You know, it was just basically.
Have you tried higher concentrations?
We did, and we just thought, well, we're just running way too much now, and we thought if we backed it down 0.5 gallon, because we're running multi-stage fracs. So you're talking millions of gallons of fluid. Mm-hmm. So 0.5 gallon per thousand is pretty substantial after a while.
What, just in the frac job, the dirty fluid, or throughout the job?
We'd run through the flush as well.
Through the flush as well?
Yes.
And what about in the working fluid for the
pump down?
Mm-hmm.
No, we didn't run it through there, just because that was tied to a separate part of the spread.
Okay.
So they didn't have any chemical injection points.
So were there any CESI technical staff involved in these discussions you had with your management and service companies?
Yes, one of your representatives came in quite extensively to get the information, testing, the data. He came in and out, and he was real supportive and helpful. He was there pretty much every week asking us how it was going, and whenever we turned the wells on, he wanted to know exactly what we were doing.
Was it about the right level of involvement?
I think so. I think he was really more concerned with what the results were, and he wanted to know, was the product performing up to our standards? So, and we divulged a lot of the data with them, because we wanted them to know that, hey, this product does work.